It's been a weird 48 hours, y'all. Kind of surreal. My wife's brother was found deceased today. He was, in fact, an older man. He spent majority of his life at the Mississippi State Penitentiary. Since I've known him, and I've only been in the family 40 plus years. But they found him deceased. Before I get into this, I want to make this perfectly clear that a lot of black men that call themselves going through something or consider themselves going through demons, fighting their demons. I've never had any to fight. I've always been able to manage me. I've had to put more concern on the demons that were attacking me or coming for me than the ones that I felt like I was creating. But this particular guy was a family monster. And I've known it from day one. It's one more. I also must admit and give y'all some background on this that I was the one in the beginning of the courtship before the marriage. It was from in industries, not her. Education was their hobby. Success. Even though they failed in a major area, they soared and succeeded in others. And covering up shit was one of them. And covering up monsters was one of them. And I don't have to go into detail because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So when he passed, here come the around the house phone calls, but me being me and them knowing me, they called me to see what I thought about asking my wife for help for burying one of her monsters. Now, truly, I appreciate it, and the person that called me, I have the utmost respect for. When my kids were real little and babies, always was there for me and her. Um, yeah, so this wasn't a bad conversation, but it was an honest conversation, and I let him know that I appreciate him reaching out to me first, and I thank him, and that if he needs anything, I'm willing to help, but by no means directly or indirectly as my wife with helping bury her monster. And the phone call, it got eerily silent when I said that. You know, it was almost like time, like he, on the other end of the phone, like that shocked him for me to be that straightforward to the point where he didn't know what to say after that. But I let him off the hook by just briefly giving him some history and tell him, listen, my guy, I understand y'all feel like this is some kind of water under the bridge, but this is living. What happened is living, and it's real. It has not went away. Trust me when I tell you that. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. I didn't want him to say the wrong thing to me because I was there, y'all. And that's one of my main problems with this whole David situation and this twin. This whole Charleston White and all these young ladies that he's popping and traveling up with, and y'all know what's going. Not at 22, Charleston. Come on, man. You almost 50. Regardless of the race, Shannon Sharp. 20. Come on, Shannon. You had kids older than her. They want to make it about race. It takes a certain deviancy to prey on these ones that either just don't know no better or just solely cannot protect themselves. And I do. I get it. I get it. People don't want to talk about it. People want to lie about it, pretend like it, especially in times of bereavement. And I'm not ruffling any feathers, y'all. I promise you I'm not. And I don't plan to. He's the head of their family, and as long as he respects my wishes, it won't be no problem. Because I have to protect him. And it's not okay. And there's been no attempt of asking of forgiveness or pardoning. This has been, and I've watched forever and a day of them walk around, ride around, and act like these things never happened. While I've lived with her and know that it affected her. Yeah, I can be honest tonight and say also that I've had four very, 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 very important women in my life. One being my mom, that's not with us. And all of them have had to endure this. Not by the hands of strangers, not by the hands of white men. No. To see me in my age, close to 50, somebody 20, 22. Yeah, it puts a real bad taste in my mouth. Because me and my age know there is absolutely nothing wrong intimately with a 35, 40, 50, or 60-year-old woman. We know this. This is a fact. It's all good. Trust it from OG. Ain't nothing like some good 50-year-old cat, 55-year-old cat, 45-year-old cat. In majority of the cases, it's better and safer. So you're going to have to come up with a better reason. Because this is not a middle class black man or a um, low income black man issue that's practiced. This is something that so called successful black men are doing now with what I consider inappropriate. This is how I feel about it. You know, I see a Charleston White with a 22-year-old and he tells you all of my bees and I got 4, 5 more. And on top of that, my wife know it. I'm like, wow. And I got a daughter that's so smart and intelligent. And I got a success. You know, he's selling us on all this while he's up in now with all that negative depravity for that young lady. Yeah, it puts a bad taste in my mouth, y'all.